What's up, kind people of YouTube? My name is Ahmed, and I finally got to watch one of the best films of last year. It's called The Whale, and I cannot tell you how much of an emotional ride it was for me personally to watch The Whale. First of all, Brendan Fraser is such a sweetheart, and to see him working in a film again in 2023 was great. His personal life and his professional life is something of a story in itself, and I do hope they make a biography of that as well. One of the biggest reasons why The Whale worked for me, the fact that Brendan Fraser was involved in it. Of course, Darren Aronofsky as a director is brilliant, and he does a wonderful job in writing and directing this film. But Brendan Fraser's performance is something that makes this film stand out. He is the lead of the film, and he is the one character that is carrying the film from the beginning to the end. And to see Brendan Fraser in a role like this after so many years is endearing and wonderful to watch. The fact that it was within one room, and the fact that they were able to pull off so much in a single room was brilliant to watch. The entire film happens in a couple of settings. Wonderful, and it goes to show how good of a director that Darren Aronofsky is. His visual work with the film, astounding. Some of the shots in the film are so good to watch, and of course Sadie Sink is in the film as well, and her character is also very interesting to watch in the film. How she connects with Brendan Fraser's character through the film, outstanding. The reason why this film works the way it does is because of how well it's written as well. Darren Aronofsky as a director takes the story and elevates it to a point where it makes so much sense to watch the film. It's also how well it's written. It's written by Samuel D. Hunter, and the way he's narrated the story and the way he's constructed the story is brilliant to watch. I truly think this film gets all the recognition that it deserves, and the praise that Darren Aronofsky, Samuel D. Hunter and Brendan Fraser have been getting for this film is absolutely worth it, because the way the film is told, the way the film is narrated is just superb. It's one of the better ways the film has been told. I don't think any other actor in Brendan Fraser's place would have been able to pull off a character like that. His own personal struggles come across really well in the character as well, and you can see it in Brendan Fraser's interviews as to how much he struggled in his personal and professional life, and that reflects in the character that he's playing. Visually, like I mentioned, The Whale is a work of art. Darren Aronofsky's prowess as a director is exceptionally shown in this film, and the way that he communicates with the audience through the shots. There have been scenes without dialogues that communicate a lot more than it should, and that emphasis is very important. There is a very stark contrast visually between Charlie, who's the character basically played by Brendan Fraser. There's a very stark contrast between Charlie's inner world and the outer world, and that is visually shown as well. One of the reasons why the set in one location works so well for the film is because it creates a very intimate setting for the character that Charlie is. It allows Darren Aronofsky as a director to create very intimate shots, very hauntingly beautiful shots, if I can use the phrase correctly here, for the character, and it resonates with a lot of people. It resonates with me personally, creates an impact that is lasting. One thing that genuinely goes unnoticed in the film is the score of the film. Clint Marcel's score in the film is perfectly complementing the visual style of Darren Aronofsky, and it elevates the scenes of the film to a point that makes you wonder what would happen if somebody else had done the score. I don't think it would have had the kind of impact that it did. Clint Marcel in the film does a wonderful job to create such an emphatic, emotional, evocative score for the film. The Whale is unapologetic and unafraid to go into challenging themes, ensuring the viewer is confronting those ideas without actually thinking about it. After I watched the film, one of the biggest things that I felt was how I looked at food, how I looked at my own body image, and how it also impacts everybody around me. Not only that, it also makes you question a lot of the body image issues that are present in today's generation. The Whale does this emphatically, it does it emotionally, and it is unafraid to talk about it because a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it's a very sensitive topic. A lot of films don't talk about it, a lot of people generally don't talk about it, but this film does it very well. Throughout the film, there's a sense of rawness, there's a sense of complexity to Charlie's character, and the rawness, the complexity, and without Brendan Fraser, the character would not have landed the way it did, and he deserves every single award that he's been getting in the last 3 or 4 months that he has gotten the awards. He deserves every single piece of accolade that he has gotten in the last year because this film truly changed my perspective on him as an actor. I personally think The Whale is a very profound cinematic experience and everybody should experience it at least once. Although I would mention that the ending of the film was a little over optimistic and over cautious, but then again it's a film that exudes that. I would definitely recommend that you go watch this film because it is everything that every critic has been saying about the film. It's perfect, it's worth the watch, and you will not regret watching this film. Peace, that's been my time, and I will see you in the next one really soon.